You know, Black Mafia, they had an incredible showing in the very first match they had in Sacrifice.
As you were saying, Teach,
they had a phenomenal showing. They showed that they could be vicious as well, and they know exactly what to do when the right moment calls to strike their enemy down. They knew when to pull that trigger. These guys are ready. Now they're still getting used to each other, but I think they have a perfect synergy, and they're gonna need it. They're gonna need it against Kai and his mystery partner.
Of course, Black Mafia making their way into this tournament after pinning. They didn't get the winning pin. They were part of the winning 4 men. Los Palaminos, Black Mafia.
The winning 4 men, but the men who struck hardest, Ollie.
Without a doubt, of course, the weather warning falling victim in that match. As for the team of Nelson and Banks.
Absolutely. What's going to be interesting here is if they can keep that natural synergy going against Kai, his mystery partner.
And introducing their opponents.
So, of course, we know it's going to be Chaos Kai Payne, CKP. In the history between me and this kid is well documented. I'm sure you're all aware. I've been there since day one in this guy's career. I've seen him grow. I've seen him develop. I've seen him evolve into the man he's become today.
No longer just the main event. A man who is
first. This is Chaos Kai Payne.
Chaos Defined is the right moniker for this young man. He has proven over the last 2 shows that he can hang with the best of them. He can hit with the best of them. He's ready. He's ready for this, like, to be positioned in this sort of place.
I mean, Kai Payne, he has got all the tools to go all the way in this business. He's got. Wait a second, Morgan Black's got a microphone, so that means we stop talking to you.
Yeah, we're done with you. Chaos Kai Payne. Enter the Golden Tag Team Tournament. But you've got one problem. You can't find one friend in that locker room to face the 2 of us. That means it's going to be an easy night for us 2 because we're picking up that 3 count, no problem.
Hey, look! Right is a letter course. You can find at least one person in the back who's willing to waste their time and tag with you. And they better be the biggest, the baddest, the sickest man to take on these 2 sick heads. Hit their music.
The question now is who's going to be.
Oh, wait a second, what? Siege! It's Twister!
Sacrifice management have done very well here. That is a partnership that nobody is expecting.
Kai Payne is absolutely livid.
Kai Payne just walked out of the building.
Twister!
He's having none of this.
Kai Payne is absolutely furious. He wants no part of Twister.
But as we've seen many times before in wrestling, Ollie, sometimes the honest pairings make for the best pairings.
Of course, the Sacrifice Pro won the very first show, very first match of Sacrifice Pro history. Kai Payne versus Twister. Twister well documented saying he wants to see the old Kai Payne. I want to see the old Kai Payne.
You know, I'm kind of on the fence there, Ollie. I like this viciousness. I don't like the arrogance, but he's young and he's in his prime and he's doing some of the best work of his career, so he's earned a little bit of arrogance. You know, I gotta give him the benefit of the doubt there. I don't know if I want to see the old Kai Payne. I don't think I just want to see Kai Payne at his best. If he has to be vicious to be his best, I'm all for it. What's going to be interesting here, Ollie, is Kai wasn't a great tag team. But
that's true.
Teamed in a long time. Does that put him at an advantage or a disadvantage? That's the real question. And we're going to find out right now.
Oh, rather interesting match here, folks. I wasn't expecting to call this one The UNITG predicted someone like Hustle Malone, because Kai Payne, he took to YouTube, he took to Facebook and demanded the most vicious, the most aggressive, the most chaotic person to team with him. He wants synergy right now, but what he's got is Twister, a man that he can't stand.
Well, the interesting thing is we all thought, everyone had their own opinion. We all thought it might be Hustle Malone. We all thought it could be anyone. But the wonderful thing about the management is that they know what's the best option, and they know that it will create, even though it's not the natural kind of synergy that Black Mafia have, they know it will create tension, and that tension can create competition. And if they want to outdo each other, it might do them really well.
As you said earlier, CKP, no stranger to tag team action.
No, not at all.
Twister, no stranger to tag team. I mean, you might say that between CKP and Twister, they've got much more tag team experience than the Black Mafia.
Very clever, very clever. No, he wants no part of that first exchange.
I think Kai Payne wants to do things on his terms right now.
But the more that they bicker like this, the more the advantage goes to Black Mafia, who don't have that issue. They have perfect synergy. They're going to get in there. They're going to get what needs to be done. They're in sync. If Kai Payne cannot get over his own ego, it's going to cost him in the long run.
Oh, Twister ducking the clotheslines of Morgan Black. He's got him up. Nice head scissors.
Beautiful.
Sending Morgan Black flying.
And in comes Anthony Mafia, a 9-year veteran of the sport, a man who has seen it all and done it all. He's no stranger to sacrifice. He's no stranger to this ring. He's no stranger to Twister. What's going to be interesting is to see how long he can keep the pace that Twister holds. Oh, look at that. Subtle. Really subtle.
Straight in. Roll up. 1, 2. Oh, my goodness. This match was almost over before it even began.
Very subtle though. You see, he tapped him, didn't make it loud, make it proud. Very clever.
Let's see another lock up. Mafia, nice shoulder tackle there. CKP being taken down to the mat. But wait a second, he's ramping up now, folks. Oh, leapfrog.
Things really getting going now.
Leapfrog through the legs. Look at this.
Very nice.
Sweeps the legs. 1. Just a 1 count though. Kai Payne. Oh my goodness. Action right now, folks. 100 miles an hour, I could barely keep up.
Kai Payne would do well though to be aware of the man he's in there with. Has got a lot more experience, a lot more mileage, and knows all the moves that Kai Payne can throw at him.
But look at that, as soon as Anthony Mafia starts those wheels turning, Kai Payne tucks his tail between his legs, tags Twister in.
Like I said, it's the difference between the tags they're having is Anthony Mafia, Morgan Black, they're having natural tags that, they know when they need to get in and get out, whereas for Chaos Kai Payne and Twister, it's much more in the moment. There's no planning, and I think it's going to cost them in the long run. They need to find their groove.
Oh, and the head says his takeover there from Twister. Anthony Mafia doesn't look like he knows where he is right now, folks. He's on Dream Street. Oh, wait a second, Morgan Black with the pimp stick from behind, catching Twister. Look at this, playing as if he doesn't know what's going on.
Perfect synergy is going to be the name of the game here.
Do me a favour.
I'm not saying I agree with it, I'm just saying they're a natural fit for each other. And this is a team that's only teamed a couple times before, and look how natural they are in there. It's like brothers watching the ring. It's a well-oiled machine versus one that is just barely chugging along. They need to find their groove. And Morgan Black, much more eccentric and outspoken than Anthony Mafia. And make no mistake, he can walk the walk and talk the talk.
Oh, a running forearm.
And there's a good example.
Good night, Twister.
There is some strength when he throws those bows. Look at that. They're spending minimal time in the ring. They're getting one in done, taking a breath, getting out, refreshing, getting back in. It's perfect.
Oh, look at this. Anthony Mafia Stepping on the back of the neck and the shoulder blades of Twister.
I've never seen someone pull the ropes like that, Ollie. Not to that degree.
Absolute viciousness from Mafia.
And Payne doesn't look. He looks very nonplussed at the moment. He could be getting his nails done for all we know. He just does not look he's even bothered. Oh, beautiful misdirection there. He actually looks disappointed that Twister kicked out.
But see, if you ask me, Payne, he said he wanted to be the talk of the promotion when he wanted to be the talk of Leighton Buzzard.
And yet he doesn't want to get involved. It's the strangest thing. He demanded this match. He said, I want to be on this card and I want to be about me. When he's in there, now he's throwing his toys out the pram. Now he doesn't want to be involved in it. It is the strangest thing. What's he going to do if he loses? Is he going to go off and complain again? A guy's so talented and yet he does not want to help his tag team partner. Incredibly bizarre.
Oh, and a running kick there from Anthony Mafia. Oh, and a flying tope elbow.
No time to breathe
from Morgan Black. But Twister again kicking out. I say, TJ, I don't think I can name any man on the Hope Sacrifice roster that can take a beating quite like Twister and keep on going.
Twister is one of those guys. He will do whatever he can to get the win, but in a way that it shows his valor, it shows his honor. And the thing about Twister you got to admire is he's always doing what will appeal to the crowd. So he'll put himself at risk if it means that he gets their adoration, their attention, their love. He'll do it. He puts himself in harm's way for them.
I think you got to remember in this situation, the crowd can play such a huge factor in powering you up and getting that adrenaline going, that heart rate up. Twister's lying on the mat right now, hearing everybody here at Cedar's upper cheering for him.
Absolutely, he'll take any risk to get the win. Honourable guy, but very, very, very dangerous when he wants to be. And look at that, he's still going. He could have let his arm fall and drop out, but he just cannot quit when the crowd's behind him. He needs to get to Payne. He's been in there way too long, and it's just that.
Bit of miscommunication there between Payne and Twister.
It's the story of this match right now.
Oh, and a boot to the face.
Taking his eye off Morgan Black, big mistake.
And it's just like Payne in no rush to get in the match.
You've got two angry, motivated men, and you cannot take your eyes off them. And look at this. Morgan Black is punishing him for it. When you're in that ring, it's not your partner you should be focusing on, it's your enemy.
As you say, in any other situation, the synergy, as you say, would be there in both corners. Yeah, both men fighting for each other, but Payne seems happy to see Twister just battered and beaten up.
Look at that swagger. That's what you got to love about Morgan Black. He doesn't just do the move, he adds a little bit of himself, a bit of zest to it. He might be arrogant, he might be cocky, but you got to respect the man who can swagger like that.
Yeah, swagger won you matches, and this one would be over long ago. Oh, look at this! Oh my goodness! Alley-oop, barrel kick, 1, 2. Oh my goodness! How did Twister kick out of that?
Look at that, Anthony does not give him time to breathe, brings him back up, straight back down again.
And look at, and while this is all happening, Payne is just dancing on the apron. Are you kidding me?
Right now, I'm going to be honest, look at this team. They're so in sync and so vicious, I don't think anyone can stop at this point. And the match isn't even over.
I just can't get over Payne. Just seems so disinterested in this match. I mean, surely if he wants to be the talk of the town.
Well, this is why I said I don't understand why he begged for this match and he's not interested, but all he's doing is making Black Mafia want to be better.
He's just taking time out in the crowd right now.
He's making them angrier, and it's just going to make the match worse. It makes no sense to me.
Look at Anti-Mafia Falcon Arrow. That's got to be it. 1, 2, no!
Twister just won't give up.
How? How is Twister fighting on? I mean,
insane.
You've got an opponent on the apron like Morgan Black who's ready to jump in and kick you in the face. You've got Anti-Mafia literally kicking you in the face. But then your teammate who you look for support, you look for motivation, he just could not care less right now.
You know what it is, Ollie? I think in his half-heart, Twister really does believe that he can bring Kai back to his senses, and that's why he's trying. He's proving himself in that ring. Every time that he gets back up, he's saying to Kai, I can keep going, and if I can keep going, I can keep pushing you and bring you back to where you belong. I think that's what it's for, but look at this. Now they're going to make an example of Twister.
Twister somehow ducks out the way, dodged the flying kick from Mafia. Morgan Black is unconscious on the apron.
Morgan Black seeing more than a few stars right now, and Anthony Mafia needs to turn his back.
By saying Twister's going up top. Twister's perched on that middle rope. Flying cross body.
Beautiful.
But Twister just hasn't got the energy to capitalize.
To get in, and now he wants to get in there. Now he looks ready. He looks angry.
Yeah, now while both of the Black Mafia are lying on the floor, battered and bruised and broken, now Kai Payne wants to come in.
Here we go. Here comes Chaos Kai Payne. Oh, and he is fired up right now.
Oh, ducks in security. Oh, second time's a charm.
With added torque on it as well.
Oh, drop toe hold. Wait a second. Sound of pain.
Oh.
1, 2. Could you imagine that? Kai Payne getting the pinfall on both members of the Black Mafia.
Bragging rights right there for this whole tournament.
Oh, wait a second. He's got him up. Can we see a painkiller? Oh, just a kick to the face.
Boy. He took all of that.
I think Twister might have got himself a tag.
I didn't see it, but I believe it.
Oh, we're going to see a twist and shout. He's got him up. Oh no, wait a second. Mafia counters.
Mafia having none of that. Beautiful round.
And now Mafia's got him up. Oh, gutbuster. Gutbuster to Twister. 1. Oh no, wait, I thought Twister made the tag. I thought Twister was legal man. Referee Matthew Wilson making the right call though.
I think Anthony Mafia wants to make a statement here. He's not happy with what he's done already.
Oh, went for the moonsault. Twister rolls out of the way.
And in comes Kai Payne. Legal man here.
Oh, Kai Payne's got him up.
Going for the painkiller.
Painkiller!
And here comes Twister over the
Kai
twist and shout.
Oh, Twister! Twister's back in! Twist and shout! Twist and shout from Twister! Oh, look at that Kai Payne rolling him out of the way!
Ego getting the better of him.
1, 2, 3! That's it! CKP got the pin! Oh my goodness! Kai Payne picking the scraps, getting the victory, throwing Twister out of the ring. Oh my goodness, team.
Kai Payne and Twister advance to the semi-finals.
Folks, I cannot see that one coming.
Your winners and advancing to the semi-finals of the Global Tag Team Tournament, Chaos Kai Payne and Twister!
And the question now only is what's going to happen with these two?
But of course, as they coming in, Kai Payne didn't have a clue who his tag team partner was, but it looks like they've gone through.
So now it's going to be a case. Now the question in everyone's minds is going to be, is Twister...
Drama in that opening match, Teach. We've got ourselves a singles match.
The return of Garner. I have been looking forward to this all day.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is your time to sacrifice pro wrestling. He is the Montreal Jayde.
And Garner, as we know, was in the co-main event of Sacrifice Pro 1, all the best. Phenomenal outing against El Jeff and Ashley Dunn. Good to see him. What a guy. High flying, high risk, high maneuver, and a big smile on his face.
Almost as if it's the flip side to the coin that was Kai Payne. Former tag team partners with the chaotic one himself. But Garner again this industry. I've got nothing but time and admiration for this kid.
Even when running thanked us, as you heard, he goes around to everyone, shakes their hands, you know, just really lovely guy.
Yeah, he's got the respect to the locker room, he's got the respect to the fans.
Absolutely.
One man he does not have the respect, well, two men he doesn't have the respect of. Hustle Malone, Harvey Dell, if you remember at the end of Sacrifice Pro 1.
And introducing his opponent.
Jay Garner assaulted just before the first half break by Hustle Malone.
That's going to be interesting to see throughout this match, because one would think he's probably going to be looking for revenge.
This is the thing, Hustle Malone getting Jay Garner's back up. Jay Garner demanding a rematch at Sacrifice Pro 2 last month, but in Jay's badgering and his kind of persistent nagging for that match, he just managed to get the backs up.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring this time, he is the Urchin Prince, Drew Parker!
And Harvey Dell, Commissioner Dell, having none of it, and they put him in this match instead. They gave him something at least, which is good. They gave him the Urchin Prince, Drew Parker, and man, if this guy didn't win the respect and adoration of the guys and girls in the locker room, he certainly did for us in his last main event. Absolutely phenomenal outing with this young man.
Of course, there's only been one singles match main event in Sacrifice Pro history, and that win went to the man you see here, the Urchin Prince himself, Drew Parker.
It's going to be really interesting to see where the crowd's going to lie. Because obviously they've seen Drew more recently than they have Jay, and I think Jay, having that time off, is going to have to win them back. And he's starting to get there already.
So we are underway here. Looks like we're going to see a handshake.
This is going to be a gentleman's affair.
Oh, wait a second. Drew's got him up straight out the gate. Oh, my goodness. Go to see. Wait a second. Wait. 1, 2. Oh, Jay Garner. Oh, my goodness.
That was very quickly turning into the quickest loss Jay Garner will have ever experienced.
Oh, my goodness.
All
Jay
because he shook
Garner.
his hand.
Jay Garner surviving by the skin of his teeth there. But wait a second, we've seen Drew fly.
He's having none of it.
Jay Garner just rolls out of the way. Is Jay going to fly?
He can do it just as good. Beautiful.
And lands on his feet.
The
oh my goodness.
Jay Garner.
Jay Garner up and over that top rope, landing on his feet whilst taking the Urchin Prince down. Oh my
He's making
goodness.
him pay for that.
Oh.
Saying you want to turn a gentleman's handshake into a quick win? I don't think so.
this one's got aggressive quickly. Oh, Drew's up. Oh, drop kick. Sending Jay Garner down to the outside. Oh, Teach. This one's just been 100 miles an hour straight out the gate. Oh, looks like Drew's going to fly. Oh, my goodness.
The Urchin Prince himself showing what he can do.
Oh my word, Teach. I'm almost losing my voice. The second match is barely
You're
underway.
the way to go, brother. You need to build up that energy.
Come in the crowd. Oh my goodness. Lighting Jay Garner's chest up like a traffic light. Oh my word. You know, Teach, I'm not quite sure why. It seems sort of surprised by matches that turn out this way. This is exactly what Sacrifice is getting a reputation for right now.
Of the sport, and these two, they example everything.
Drew quite in the crowd again. Oh my goodness!
I felt the ring move on that one.
Now it's just from a knife edge shot. 1, 2. Oh, Jay Garner kicking out. Teach, I'm out of breath.
You need to steel yourself here, Ollie. We've got a long way to go, my friend. We're not even halfway through the event.
Someone get me a whiskey.
I think these boys will need that more than you after this match.
Axe handle to the face of Jay Garner. 1, 2. Oh.
Very, very close there.
Jay Garner once called the face and the heartbeat of Hope MK. So we're basically representing the southern half of the Hope Collective. Jay Garner looking to become the heartbeat of Sacrifice right now. Another pin for 1-2. Just so again. Teaching me straight out the gate. Surely these two cannot keep this pace up for the entire match.
They can, and they've both proven they can. They've proven it in both their main events, man. I mean, these guys are just, they're not even hit their primes yet, you know. 23-year-old Jay Garner, 19-year-old Drew Parker. These guys haven't hit their primes. They're still getting better every single day. And they're going to keep improving. They're going to keep getting better and better. And this is a learning experience. Look at those strikes.
Payne firing up. We've got another pinfall. Oh my goodness. Pinfalls left, right, and centre. 1-2. Oh. Teach, I am absolutely exhausted.
You can take a breath here while these guys get to their feet.
This match has barely made the 4-minute mark, and I'm already in need of a lie down.
Beautiful fisherman suplex, but he follows through.
Oh, and a kick. And of course, by fisherman, you meant Northern Lights, right?
I meant Northern Lights.
That's the 1, 2. I know it's pronounced differently in different regions.
I was just wrong. That's okay. That's why you're the mastermind. I was so encapsulated by what I was seeing, my mind went straight to fisherman. But I love that Northern Lights. Absolutely perfect form. And
where's Drew Parker? Drew's just disappeared. Is he? Maybe he needs a nap. Who knows?
In this weather, I wouldn't blame him either.
Oh, what's Drew got?
Oh, Sab Drew coming out. EC Drew. He's making a showing here.
He's got 2 chairs from the back. Oh, this. What is Drew got in mind right now?
Something painful is my assumption, because that looks nasty. We're sitting in these chairs right now, and I would not want those on me.
And Drew just sitting Jay down. See, I told you, these guys, there's no way they can keep the pace up. They need a break.
They're having a gentleman's affair.
Oh, just a kick from... Oh, and a kick
Who
from
can get
Jay.
out of that seat first?
Kicks back and forth.
A war of attrition. I love it.
Oh, Drew's caught. He's spun it down. Oh! My goodness. Kick to the back of the head.
No protection there.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's Prince going for the end here.
Where's that? Oh, sky high. Beautiful. Jay Garner going sky high. Oh,
so
just
close.
The 2 count. Just the 2 count from Jay Garner.
And Jay Garner not satisfied.
And Jay Garner, we've seen him go up top before. We've seen him pull off all sorts of manoeuvres from the top rope. Oh, wait a second, Drew's
back
up.
That's where he's comfortable, but that's the same for Drew Parker.
Just raining in those open palm strikes. Oh, and a headbutt. Headbutt from Jay Garner, throwing caution to the wind. Oh, Drew's back up again.
Oh, belly
my
to belly.
Goodness.
Wow.
Release belly to belly off the middle rope. Jay Garner went flying.
Thing is, when you get 2 guys who are that confident, high flyers, crowd pleasers, you get something very, very special.
I was expecting big things for this match, Teach, but this is delivering in a way I never expected. And Drew with just some straight open palm strikes. Oh, wait a second. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, you do not want to land there.
A side slam from Jay Garner, sending Drew crashing.
Jay going up top. The bird of prey.
The vulture of valor. Jay's up. Oh, shooting star press.
Beautiful.
1, 2, 3. He's done it.
Beautiful from Jay Garner.
Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, the Vulture of Valor,
Jay Garner getting the win off a beautiful, beautiful shooting star press.
Absolutely stunning from the Vulture of Valor himself. The bird of prey, Jay Garner. Wow. Perfect form, perfect technique, perfect execution. Wherever these 2 go now, Ollie, the sky is the limit.
Without a doubt. And you've got to imagine if Payne hears of this right now,
that's nice.
His former tag team partner able to do something Payne couldn't do. That's nice. Just going to annoy me even more.
That's what we like to see.
What a match, Teach. What a match.
I look forward to where these guys go next. I think Jay's got something to say.
And Jay's got the microphone. Let's see what the Vulture of Valor has to say.
Right, so who was it last time I was here? Like 5 people. Okay, so last time I was here, me, Ashley, Garner and MJ, we had a triple threat match, and it was a banger. It was a banger. Who was there? That was a banger. Now, some of the dodgy that came out after the match and started attacking MJ. Not really sure why. But me being the good guy that I am, tried to help out El Jeff and run the geezer off. But then, what happened then? We had some bearded egg-looking person come out, run out here, and attack me from behind. Who knows what I'm on about? Hustle Monroe. So without saying anything else, Hustle, get your head out here.
Jay Garner again calling out Hustle Malone as if the bombardment of phone calls and text messages to Harvey Dale, the sacrifice commissioner. Wait! Oh wait, Hustle Malone from behind! Oh! Hustle Malone kicking Jay! In parts unknown!
Jay Garner at the height of his confidence, wanting revenge.
Getting the steam from Hustle Malone! I hate to say it, Jay Garner. I think if there's one guy you don't call out, that's Big Huss.
What is it that you don't seem to get? If you want to match with me, you need 2 things. You need something I want, and you need my attention. And you just don't got this.
Oh my goodness. Microphone shot to the forehead of Jay Garner.
Well, at the very least, Jay Garner now knows what he needs to do to get Hustle Malone's attention. And then, man, if this match isn't it, I don't know what will be.
So it's time for our next match in the Golden Tag Tournament.
And first up is a team we are all very familiar with.
I wouldn't even go to say it's saying too familiar with, if I'm being honest, Teach.
They are the team to watch in this tournament, no doubt about it. Well, as we know, Ollie, the last time we saw Team Mad, they made sure everyone was paying attention to them when they ambushed the losing team and put their presence on the map and said, we are not here to take part, we are here to take over.
Could not have put it better myself, Teach. That's exactly what Team Mad are doing.
Yeah, they made a statement a couple of days ago about being the lions, and all these other animals are trying to get their share, and they said, we will show you what happens when we are cornered. And boy oh boy, they're going to need it.
And introducing their opponents.
As part of the new Talent Initiative, some fresh blood for those lions to stalk right now.
But if they think it's going to be an easy kill, they could not be more wrong. Never say die. The Prince of Hearts, Alex Cupid.
This time, they are a team of D'Angelo and Alex Cupid. Never say die.
Well, off and on, that's a crispy doing it for me. But Never Say Die, students of the Projo and Lucha Britannia, and their proteges of one of Britain's greatest in RJ Singh. Man, both these guys on their own are good. These guys together, absolutely phenomenal. Sacrifice does not know what kind of a treat they're in for.
You know what, teams, I'm not sure if I do either. I'm looking forward to this one. I like the unknown. I like the things that I'm not sure about.
I promise you, Ollie, you and everyone else in this room is in for a treat.
Oh, well, look at this team, man, straight out the gate. Going for clotheslines.
Never said I haven't none of it.
And we are underway in this match. Oh, beautiful stereo drop kicks from Never Say Die. And RJ Singh's protégés are off to a good start right now. Oh, Team Man are in a very dangerous place right now. Oh! We had stereo drop kicks, that's stereo suicide dives.
Risk takers incarnate.
Team Mad now firing back. Chase Williams, Danny Mayhem. And it's divide and conquer right now
Alex
for Team Mad.
fighting both of them off at the moment as Dylan comes round.
It didn't take this long for this match to break down to just an outright brawl, Tej.
No, but if you think you can get Dylan D'Angelo, Alex Cupid on their own and take them apart, you've got another thing coming. Both these guys are proven singles competitors in their own right. They can handle themselves, but they are even better together.
But like a crazy elbow drop there from Danny Mayhem on the far apron from where we're sitting, Tej. Chase Williams just going to town this side here. Oh, wait a second. Off the back.
Dylan D'Angelo showing his spirit, Ollie. Dylan D'Angelo, the leaner and faster of the two. He's going to prove his point here. Show why his team deserves to be in this tournament.
And a single leg drop kick right to the back of Chase Williams right there.
Tag in for Alex Cupid. You're going to watch out for the Cupids out these guys have. Beautiful suplex there.
And unlike what we saw earlier, oh wait a second, 1, 2. Unlike what we saw earlier on with CKP and Twister, I think we're going to see two teams with perfect synergy. Perfect synchronicity right now. They're both very, very evenly matched.
You know, when you go through that Projo, that's one of the best places to go in the country to learn wrestling, and these guys are graduates.
Oh, wheelbarrow senton.
But Team Mad have proven over the last year and a half why they are one of the best tag teams in the UK. They ran through everyone. And their argument is, just because we lost the once does not change our skill and our ferocity.
A nice snap suplex there, 1, 2.
You know, I gotta say, I love the look that Never Say Die have. Really, really nice set of gear. They look bright, they look vibrant, they look happy. It's a nice play off of the darkness that we see from Team Mad.
Tej, we're in Leighton Buzzard. Why wouldn't you be happy?
You got a good point there, Ollie. Beautiful weather.
Oh, and a nice close.
Well, Team Mad ever happy? There's a real question for you.
Yeah, I heard Danny Mayhem once smiled in a mirror and it broke.
You just tell him that to his face. I'm not backing you up there, Ollie. And beautiful isolation here from Never Say Die. Danny Mayhem losing his cool here.
It's like a yappy chihuahua on the apron. And Chase Williams just getting picked apart right now by Never Say Die.
He's got to make a tag soon. Or eventually he's gonna run out of energy. Oh,
nice jumping knee. Chase Williams reeling right now. Alright, so that's the tag. I'm not sure Chase saw it. Oh, atomic drop. Oh, and a kick to the back of the head. 2. Just the 2 count.
Alex Cupid, the stronger man of the two. Bigger and more imposing, but still a high flyer. Everything he hits looks like it hurts though. Very quick succession of tags here. Really smart. Keeps both guys fresh.
Sets him up. Oh, up and over though. Oh, Chase Williams landing on his feet. Alex Huber just being dragged into the ring post. That is not a place you want to be. Oh, and here comes Danny Mayhem.
Danny Mayhem had enough of being on the sidelines, Ollie. And now it's Chase's opportunity to get in. Danny Mayhem, take a breather that he really needs. He's been in for this whole match.
Take an absolute beating, and here comes Mayhem incarnate himself.
He's been chomping at the bit to get in here. Look at that, he's choking him. He's just that angry. Very intense, man. You might say he's a Chihuahua. I say he's like a German Shepherd, man. He is vicious when he wants to be, and that's pretty much all the time.
Pretty much. You know, we haven't even mentioned Jayde on the outside, just stalking right now, running her mouth off like she likes to do.
Jayde is that factor you have to watch out for. When you're a third person on the outside, anything can happen.
I mean, surely it's just a matter of time before she gets her claws involved. Gets her claws into Never Say Die in this match.
Maybe she's there for the psychology. Now look at this misdirection. You've got the ref arguing with Alex Cupid, and it's not helping his team.
Matthew Wilson just standing no chance right now. When I mean, if there's anything we know Team Mad for, it's that manipulation of the referee.
When your anger gets the better of you, beautiful knees there. When your anger gets the better of you, it costs your team, and Alex Cupid needs to keep his cool and help his teammate. Oh, nice counters there.
Chase Williams off the ropes.
Oh! Beautiful sling blade.
Alexander just did not see that coming.
And Danny Mayhem doing a little strutting on the apron there.
So that's the ego and the self-righteousness of Danny Mayhem.
You're not wrong there.
Thinks he's the center of attention everywhere he goes. And now Team Med doing what they do best, cutting that ring in half, isolating an opponent, not giving them a chance to make that tag, catch their breath, get in offense, anything.
You're starting to sound more and more like me every day, Ollie. I like it. But you're absolutely right. This is exactly what a good tag team should do. Keep their opponent away.
What's this? Oh, double T move! Double foot stop with reverse DDT. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, how on earth did he kick out of that team?
Living up to their moniker, Ollie.
Never say die. Never dying right now.
Now they're just taking advantage of the fact that Dylan D'Angelo's been in the ring a long time.
I think I saw it. Quick kicks on the outside in stereo.
If Dylan D'Angelo does not get tagged soon, this is going to be over.
It's one way to cave someone's face in.
Danny Mayhem wants a match with the ref, from what it sounds like. Chase Williams getting advantage of his emotions of Alex Cupid, knowing that if Alex gets angry, the ref gets angry at him, it's more misdirection. Alex needs to keep his cool. And no matter how hard it is to watch his teammate get hurt, he has to hold off. Oh, knocking Alex Cupid. See, once again, he's taking advantage. He's taking advantage of the fact he's angry. He needs to calm down.
I thought they were going for it a second time. Oh, wait a second. Oh!
Dylan D'Angelo fighting back here.
Team Mad looked like we're setting off that quid 52. Oh! Sweeping the legs of Danny Mayhem into the face of Chase. Oh! Running back from splash there. Oh my goodness.
Oh, this is beautiful. Sacrifice getting a little bit of the WrestleMania.
Oh! Quid 52. Oh, wait a second.
Alex getting in and he's tired up right now.
Two clotheslines in stereo and again.
Alex Cupid letting out all that frustration.
Oh, and a beautiful backdrop suplex.
Going for it again.
Oh, flapjack. Turning him inside out.
Very innovative young man is Alex Cupid. I think he wants to go flying.
Oh, another dive to the outside.
He's not done.
Oh, he's going for the other one. Oh, my goodness.
Never say die indeed.
Living up to that moniker. Throwing caution to the win. Oh, look at this one. Jayde getting involved.
Having none of it. Dylan D'Angelo getting up in her face.
Referee Matthew Wilson's got to eject Jayde right now, especially after that
this
low blow.
This misdirection's getting too much, and Team Mad
wait a second.
have Alex Cupid in their sights.
I don't think he's seen him. Oh, the kicks there.
No.
Quid 52!
Oh, dear.
Is that all she wrote? 1, 2, 3. Oh, my goodness.
And the numbers game just overtook Never Say Die.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners and advancing to the Golden Tag Team Tournament semi-finals, Team Mad!
We called it at the start of the match, TJ. It was only a matter of time until Jayde got involved, and it turned out that Jayde was the difference maker in this one.
Absolutely. Take nothing away from Never Say Die. Phenomenal young team. Really did well in this outing. But man, what can you do when you've got an extra person prowling that ring like a predator on the hunt for prey? There's only so much you can do. But my hat's off to Never Say Die. Alex Cupid, Dylan D'Angelo, they put on a hell of an outing in their first showing the Sacrifice. And I know this isn't the end for them. You know it's not the end for them.
Well, after that showing, TJ, I just hope and pray we'll see these guys back in Sacrifice Pro.
I'm sure we will.
Something tells me they'll be open back. Welcome back, sorry, with open arms. Easy for me to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for Never Say Die!
NSD will be back Sunday, but it's Team Mad moving on to the semi-finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have...
So another match of the quarterfinals, Ollie. And they're not wasting any time. With a loss, Palaminos coming out. Man, one of the most arrogant teams in this tournament, but I would say it's deserved. It's somewhat deserved. Would you agree?
Well, that's their mantra they go to. It's all about rock and roll swagger, staying up all night drinking, getting up all day, getting up the next.
With 107 peanut weights from one match, the team of the Suicide Squad Tiny and the Kings of Breaking Vegas, Los Palaminos!
The 100% winning rate from one match. I love it. That's the arrogance, that's the cockiness, but they, from time to time, Ollie, you got to admit, they do back it up.
Well, don't get wrong, Toby Lee has definitely got a bright future in this business. Frankie Vegas was doing just fine until the devil whispered in his ear and said, let's form a tag team and call ourselves Los Palaminos. Very dangerous opponents without a doubt. But you know what? I am very, very excited to see the return of ManSaw. This is a tag team. This is a tag team that I missed. They were around for a lot of the time when I was getting established as a commentator. And they're all about having fun. It's an interesting one, like, 'cause of course, Blizzard being the I want to say the intellectual, coming out with kind of thinking things through. It's not very often we say Blizzard does things like this. And coming up with the loophole, saying that's fine, the weather wouldn't eliminate it, but wait a second, ManSaw, they're still alive and kicking right now. Reform ManSaw with Dan the Man. And here we see them.
Ladies and gentlemen, making their way through this time, the team of Dan the Man Tucker and Blizzard, ManSaw!
You can just tell that Dan the Man and Blizzard they are so happy to be reunited. These guys absolutely love each other. Brothers from different mothers.
You're not wrong there, but they're a unique pairing. A very unique pairing. Especially with that hat.
That's Dos Manos right there. I've never seen him and Dan the Man Tucker in the same room though.
You know what's interesting to me, in all seriousness, is Palaminos, Mafia, they were the underdogs of the tournament. They were counted out before anyone even given a chance. Now, I'm not taking anything away from ManSaw here, but it would be wrong to overlook and sleep on Los Palaminos here.
Oh, without a doubt. But this is the thing. We've seen Jigsaw, we've seen Dan the Man in some absolute battles. We know they can get it done in the ring. But there's no rules. There's nothing to say they can't do it with a bit of pizzazz, a bit of verve, a bit of style.
It's eccentric men versus eccentric men, I would say. Just opposite ends of that spectrum.
You know, ManSaw are serious about not taking themselves too seriously.
Very true. Well, that is certainly a way to start a match. It's safe to say I've never seen that before.
Got to make sure you've got the room to manoeuvre.
Absolutely, you've got to make sure you're comfortable. Frankie Vegas inviting the opening grappling here.
And the last time Dan the Man Tucker was in a wrestling ring in Leighton Buzzard, Tyree Lee was caving a guitar around his head. One of the most vicious and brutal acts I've ever seen in local wrestling. I wonder if Dan the Man is going to remember that. I'm not sure if he can remember much about that day after the concussion he received.
I think the footage, once you've seen it back, I think that's going to help. The footage will speak for itself.
I'm hoping he hasn't seen the footage, to be honest, because they look nasty.
He's using that head to his advantage now, sending a little reminder to Tyree Lee that his head is still working, still strong. Some very quick tags here.
I just love the way that everyone writes off Blizzard as a bit of a head case. And actually he was the one that found that loophole, got himself re-entered into this tag tournament. Oh, and a nice old school arm breaker there.
Yeah, very good little loophole. He exploited, but hey, if it works and the management don't mind it.
Frankie Vegas is going for a ride right now. Oh, snake eyes.
Never a nice feeling.
Of course, look at this, Frankie Vegas. Ridden like a pony.
You know, there are some moments of commentating you just can't put words to.
And you just look at the look on Dan the Man Tucker's face. He is so happy to be in this match, and in this match with someone like Blizzard.
They've got a good pairing.
But wait a second, I don't think they've seen Tyree Lee tagging himself in. Oh, running pump kick. And look at this.
Dan the Man having none of it.
Dan the Man injects himself into this match. And Los Palaminos.
Misdirection taking over.
Los Palaminos just toying with the referee. Zero respect for anyone in this match, it seems.
No, but that's what works for them. That is their style. That is what people expect from them. and they found success with it. And now, Frankie Bates got to work on that arm. Trapping it, putting all his weight down on that elbow, cranking it back. And Frankie Vegas here working in tandem with Ivy Lee to keep him isolated, keep us isolated, and make sure that he doesn't get to that corner. Oh!
You see, the problem here is knife edge chops on Blizzard. I think he could be the only one in the Sacrifice locker room that actually enjoys these knife edge chops.
Which is saying a lot there, because we have a lot of people in this locker room, that really, really enjoy the high-risk maneuvers, but no one enjoys being slapped. No one. Except Blizzard.
I think he gets a little bit of a kick out of it, if you ask me.
I think he gets a kick out being in the ring, just competition.
And again, Dan the Man Tucker just getting a little bit overexcited, letting his passionate, kind of fiery side loose right now. The referee having to calm him down.
That's the story of a lot of the matches we're seeing in this quarterfinals.
And this is the problem with tag team action. You know, the referees have got their hands, twice as full as usual. Ooh. Nice running knee there from Ivy Lee.
And look at that, the ref trying to keep control of this match.
Oh, look at that! Oh, pineapple off the skull.
Is that a pineapple or a coconut? Because either way, it sounded nasty. Blizzard out on his feet. Los Palaminos doing what they do best, taking advantage of a disarrayed situation. These guys know how to create chaos and to live in it.
It's a good job Blizzard's wearing that mask right now, because I'm pretty sure his facial features will have been rearranged there.
I was going to say, that mask isn't going to offer much protection when you get clocked in the head like that.
Oh, Blizzard firing up. Sunset flip. One.
Grabbing the ropes. Very, very close there. It's good ring awareness from Frankie Vegas, knowing where he is at all times, even when he gets slammed on the back of his head.
Oh, nice.
Frankie Vegas getting very angry now, Ollie. Some viciousness there.
Nice suplex there from the King of Suave style. It looks like Ivy Lee's coming in. He's up. Oh, and a beautiful senton from the Suicide Blonde.
Oh, that was the closest 2 count I think I've ever seen in Sacrifice. That was an incredible moonsault from the Suicide Blonde himself. That is what he does.
And again, Dan the Man Tucker just being dragged into this match.
Ivy Lee being the devil whispering in everyone's ear, just getting in Dan's head as he does with everyone he wrestles.
And just that blatant show of disrespect, slapping him in the face. Ivy Lee's up.
God!
Blizzard,
worst of that.
Just turning that into a powerbomb at the last second. Seeing the Suicide Blonde flying through the air towards him. Oh my goodness.
I wasn't even sure he got the worst of that in that exchange there. Blizzard trying to take advantage.
Oh, and Dan the Man now running in, taking out Frankie Vegas.
Yeah, making
looks
sure.
Looks like they're set up for a double team move. Oh! Slingshot spine buster from ManSaw.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's been a while since these guys tagged together, but it looks like they haven't missed a beat.
Nope, not at all.
Oh, wait a second. Blizzard over the top. What a move.
The crowd loving it as we are here. Live in lovely Lake Buzzard.
Dan the Man saying he's going to go for a dive. This would be a first if I ever saw it.
Oh boy.
Dan the Man's off the ropes. Oh, he's done through the ropes. Dan the Man.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Dan the Man Tucker soaring through the air.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I was not expecting that. I thought maybe he'd stop at the last minute, but he went for it.
Caution to the wind. Man Floor are soaring right now, folks. Oh my goodness.
I don't even know what the worst of that right now. Like Frankie Vegas looks like his head isn't even in the UK.
Well, no, his mind's always in America, in Nevada.
Looks like he's found his bearings. Not good for Dan. He's going to take advantage here.
Dan the Man Tucker into the ring post.
And Tyvee Lee positioned perfectly. Doing the devil's dirty work here.
What's Tyvee Lee going for right now?
Oh my God.
Frankie Vegas stacking the deck. Tyvee Lee is up. What's he going to do? What's he going to do?
Moonsault
from Tyvee Lee. Oh my goodness.
And the 100% win rate continues for Los Palaminos. What a moonsault!
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners and advancing to the Golden Tag Team Tournament semi-finals, Los Palaminos!
Wow! We have our third team for the semis.
Yeah, Teach! We saw Dan the Man Tucker do a dive through the ropes. We saw Tyvee Lee pull off a moonsault from the top rope. Both teams going to the well, pulling out things they wouldn't normally do to try and get the victory. But you know what, Palaminos, they continue their 100% tag team record here in Sacrifice Pro.
Absolutely fantastic. And Frankie Vegas is soaking in the tears of the fans. How long can it keep the 100% win rate going? That's the real question.
You know what, Teach, Los Palaminos, they might have what it takes to go all the way in this tag team tournament.
Having a little showboat here after the match. Confident as they walk into those semis. They're going to need to be. Los Palaminos, party's on.
So after that tag team encounter, we got ourselves our first ever intergender match, Teach.
Wow, G-Money dressed up for the occasion. Wow, G-Money looking very suave and dapper.
It looks like he's carrying himself some flowers, Teach. I've never seen G-Money look this smart.
How we do it? Are we having a good evening tonight? I said we having a good evening tonight! Lovely. So, not sure if you're here last month, but I made my Sacrifice Pro Wrestling debut against an Australian superstar, saying goodbye to Josh Shooter, and I beat him 1, 2, 3 by crikey. And unfortunately, 2 lads in the back, man by the name of Banksy. No, not yet, man. He came out and he kicked me square in the plums. Delicate, delicate plums. But it was all okay. I got to the back. I got backstage and in my bag, in my swanky bag, I had a note. What is it? I'll tell you what it is. It said, Dear Jeannie baby, you are the swankiest man I ever done gone seen. And grammar's a bit bad, but... And on June the 4th, today, you can say, right now, I want to meet you up in the ring. And together, we can make sweet, sweet,
swanky friends. Forever yours in absolute sauciness, then 3 question marks. And then the very next day, Sacrifice Pro Wrestling, they get out there and they say, Gene Munny versus Jayde on June the 4th. And you don't need to be a genius to put 2 and 2 together and get love, baby. So, despite what Chris said, I don't think this is a match. I don't think this is a match at all. I think Jayde's a little shy. I think she's got a little something for the genie baby. The 1 megaton mastodon. So, I don't want to rob you guys of a match, but Jayde, the Poison Princess, get out here!
This is Gene Munny telling us a rather intricate little story there about what happened last month.
Yeah, wow. I'm gonna say it right now, Ollie. I think Gene may have the wrong idea. I don't know what he thinks that note meant, but if it's the Jayde that you and I know, I don't think she's out here for love.
And of course, Gene Munny referencing the masked man only known as Banksy, and his friend who introduced himself on social media as Mr. Brainwash. I mean, there seems to be this air of uncertainty in Sacrifice Pro. Will they show up again? Will they show their faces, I guess?
The threat of them is pretty much constant while we're here. They feel like they're always around, and our Gene being a gentleman here. But you're absolutely right. Throughout this whole evening, it's been a sense of foreboding. Are they going to show? What do they want? Who's the target? We just don't know.
These are for you.
Gene giving, oh no! Jayde not wanting the flowers.
I don't know why you're planting the rest of you. I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm well up for empowering women. We might get a few looks at Pizza Express later. I want to say that I'm really happy you rocked that letter.
Gene, I'm a professional wrestler. I did not write you that letter. This is a match, not a match.
You play it. You play it, right? Oh. Oh man, I'm not even in my gear. Oh man. I'm planning so much stuff backstage for this whole romantic evening. Guys in the back. Seriously, this is really awkward right now. Don't play any of that. Please, just, Oh, okay. I guess this is happening.
Well, I guess the match is underway.
Guys, I said don't play it.
Oh boy. Can I just say, I love my job. I really love my job.
Gene Munny throwing some swanky moves right now, while Jayde locks in the armor. Oh, look at this! Hip lock.
I love everything about this.
Jayde going for a clothesline. Gene Munny just darting on another one. Oh, tornado heads maybe DDT. No.
Wow.
No. Oh my goodness.
Referee Niall does not know what to do with himself right now. You're good there, man. Oh boy.
Folks, I'm so sorry. I know I'm meant to be calling a match right now. Oh, knee to the face.
And that's the end of that dance.
That's all she wrote for that.
Gene Munny will be going alone to prom.
It looks like Jay's now starting to go to town. Oh!
And that shirt does not provide much protection.
Right under the dapper bow tie of Gene Munny. Look at this, Jayde Munny. Jayde
Munny, wow. That's some phrasing there. I don't think she's going to appreciate that.
I don't know where I am right now, Tej.
I think you think that there's actually been a marriage here.
But that opening sequence has just completely discombobulated me.
This personal fantasy of Gene Munny's turned to a private nightmare for all to see. But you know, Jayde's got a point. She's a professional. She isn't a pretty face. She is a trained professional wrestler, and she can go toe-to-toe with anyone.
She is a pretty face, but
that aside, she's an athlete. If we look just at her looks and not her skills, then we're not any better than people who judge wrestling from an outside perspective. She is a professional, an athlete.
I mean, granted, there is only one person that holds a women's match victory in Sacrifice Pro Wrestling. The first ever. But again, Jayde now in the first ever intergender match in Sacrifice.
I don't know what that was. I think that was his buttons. Whatever it was, that was with authority. And Jayde has just had enough.
Oh, look at this Gene Munny on his knee.
Did I mention I love my job?
Gene Munny is just... Oh my goodness. Jayde, go for it. Just a slap.
Gene Munny getting his groove on.
Got his dancer legs. I have no idea what I'm calling right now, Tej. Is this
Gene Munny is one of the greatest professional wrestlers ever. I say it.
Is this a match or is this a match?
It's beautiful. What it is beautiful. I think that's all it needs to be. It's just beautiful.
I have no idea what is happening right now.
I'm just curious how much of this shake's going to take before it's done. Oh.
Gene Munny testing out his singing pipes.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. You know, that was a pretty flash dance.
If I was smiling any wider, my lips would be touching my ears, Ollie. I think she's trying to lift Gene.
I think she's braver than I am.
Oh no. And that is the end of the dance.
Canadian Destroyer from the Poison Princess. 1, 2. Oh my goodness.
And Gene is going stag to the dance.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, Jayde.
I mean, I have no idea if you can call that a match.
I don't know what it was. It was wonderful. That's what it was. It was wonderful.
That was a very touching moment. I'll give you that. But just as we expected, Jayde cut the party short. She said to Gene Munny, "Gene, you shall not go to the ball."
Wow.
And for 5 minutes of my Sunday afternoon, I completely forgot where I was.
Yep, that was incredible.
That was poetry in motion.
And Jayde is fired up. And she remains undefeated in Sacrifice Pro.
That is true.
And Gene Munny dancing on his own.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for Jayde Munny.
Time, Tej. And here we see another tag team brought in through the New Talent Initiative.
New Talent Initiative, and much like Never Say Die, very well known and very, very dangerous. Well, the Hit Set aren't even making a name for themselves across all of the UK. Yesterday, they won at ACW. They've been all over. They've been to DOA, they've been to Progress, they have been everywhere. And everywhere they go, they make a statement and they make sure they are known to the crowd and to that locker room that you do not mess with the Hit Set. Kieran Corrupt and Ice Off, incredible team that perfectly complement one another.
And these two guys are bad dudes. You have no idea. You take them lightly, and they're just gonna punch you straight in the mouth.
But their team are nothing to sleep on, as we both know.
And introducing the prince.
The Hit Set clearly not in a good mood today. Not happy to be here in Leighton Buzzard.
I don't think they're ever in a good mood, Ollie, to be honest, and that's what makes them dangerous. A team angrier than Team Mad? I don't want to mess with them.
Bromantics, probably the most main eventing team in Sacrifice Pro history.
At this point, Ollie, they have never been higher, and it's a question of who can stop them.
Oh, wait a second! The Hit Set jumping the Bromantics straight out the gate.
Right in front of us, wasting no time. Kieran Corrupt going to town on the boys. They are not wasting any time going for him. They know that they need to take him out quickly.
Kieran Corrupt is just assaulting Owen Charles by the merch stand right here. I see Alexander Roth just taking it to Shogun Jay round the back.
I mean, this is Hit Set 101 to the ring and get hit at the same time. And Owen Charles trying to put up a valiant effort. Nasty strikes there from Owen Charles. Shogun Jay bringing around Alexander Roth. Not a happy man. He goes into the merch table.
This match hasn't even started, Siege.
Wow, they are not happy.
Referee Matthew Wilson trying to get some control here, but good luck to the man.
Angry man, yeah. I wouldn't want to be him right now.
Oh my goodness.
Now, guys, there is no padding here. That is a concrete wall. I don't care how well you train, you don't train to get hit in front of a concrete wall. The boys have had enough. They're bringing him in with a chair. They know that this is going to be ended quickly. The longer you let the Bromantics stand, the more their chances of winning. They get the crowd behind, they get their energy up, and these guys know they have to shut them down quickly.
But see, so far this is not a wrestling match. This is an absolute mauling. This is just gang warfare right now. This is two guys jumping the Bromantics from behind.
I mean, they're just having some air. The Wolf of Broad Street, Alexander Roth, just throwing that elbow in with the civilized citizen Kieran Corrupt.
Oh, wait a second. Hit Set expecting to see the Bromantics in the chest. Oh! Look out behind you guys! Shogun Jay, Owen Charles!
Wow, I don't think I've ever heard him shout like that before. This isn't even going in the ring yet. They know that every second counts, every strike counts.
Oh, super kicks.
Kick him out of the seats.
And the headset are rocking right now.
Who would have thought that most of this match so far would take place outside?
I said this match hasn't even started,
No,
Teach.
not technically. That bell's not even been rang. This is all unofficial at the moment. And they don't seem like they're done. Bromantics want to steal the show like they always do.
Oh, but
And the hits are just being too savvy. Having none of it as they go flying.
And Bromantics getting out of the way.
Counter after counter.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, suicide dive.
With a dive through the ropes.
Beautiful.
Oh, Shogun Jayde. Oh, my goodness.
A whole locker room watching intently to see who the final entrants in the semis are going to be.
I say, Teach, this match still hasn't officially started.
No, but all eyes are on these two teams. And now the bell's been rung. And it starts with Shogun Jay and Kieran Corrupt.
So finally we have some order in this match.
Might be too little too late though for the hit set.
Oh, running knee to the gut. Owen Charles has gone up top.
And we know he's found a lot of success up there in the past.
Oh, frog splash!
Wow!
Frog splash to Kieran
No
Corrupt.
time being wasted, no showboating. Everything is made to heart.
Now, you know what? A few months ago, I wouldn't have put the Bromantics down as being brawlers. But right now, Owen Charles, Shogun Jay showing that they can fight. When a wrestling match turns into a straight-up fight, they are standing their own right now, Teach.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But now the hit set, tagging in, and all of a sudden, the pendulum is swinging in their favour, Teach.
Owen Charles will not go down that easy. He's trying. Alexander off, the Wolf of Brawl Street, making sure that he doesn't get any time to rest.
Just a 2 count there for Alexander Roth.
Just smothering Owen Charles right now, taking the option out of him. As Owen's trying to get the crowd behind him. The longer that chokehold's being held, the harder it's going to be.
But Owen Charles fighting out, showing what he's got, one of the biggest hearts of anyone in that Sacrifice locker room.
Tag May is the premonition. Shogun Jay comes in, obviously coming off that amazing win against Ashley Dunn. His confidence got to be all high right now.
Oh, a nice knee.
And definitely the striker of the two.
One. Oh, but just look at
one count.
Just the one.
Wow.
Alexander Roth kicking out with authority at 1.
That Projo training really paying dividends right now, Ollie. Alexander Roth had none of that.
Oh my goodness.
How do you feel?
I felt the ring move.
Irish
Wow.
whip hard there.
Hard is an understatement. And the hit set just staring, having none of that. That's the thing about the hit set, they talk as much as they fight.
Oh, the boot to Owen Charles. There was absolutely no need for Alexander Roth there to throw that kick. And look, it's Owen Charles absolutely infuriated.
It's about isolating the team. Beautiful work there. Running forearm.
And a drop kick to boot. 1, 2. Just the 2 count.
Trying to get to Owen Charles here, but being pulled away. Here, so making sure they're made, the tension is on them. The real question is there's so many threats from all sides right now. The entire locker. I mean, look at this. Look at this
again. Yeah. Owen Charles just letting his emotions get the better of
the
him.
Head. Obviously, Owen Charles wears his heart on his sleeve. Very passionate man.
He doesn't have any sleeves.
Touche.
Oh, it's just, I get it. It's just a saying. I'm with you. Yeah.
Well, as I was saying, the threat is looming from all sides. You have Banksy, Mr. Brainwash.
They still haven't shown up, and to be honest, this would be the first sacrifice show they haven't. And
that's
you know what?
The thing.
I would be very happy with that fact if that were to stay the way.
In addition to those two, you've also got the entire locker room and the winners, the 3 teams going to the semi-finals, watching very, very closely at these guys.
Look at that. Just pulling the hair, Kieran Corrupt, pulling the hair of Shogun Jay.
Trying to figure out what advantage they're going to be able to take.
Dishonorable means right there.
Yep, but if it's working, they're going to keep doing it. Nasty elbow there. And he's blinding Shogun. A little mockery there.
Just a straight up elbow to the forehead there.
Now he's choking him. Plus he blinds him and then he chokes him. It's effective. And this is what the headset do. A lot of mockery. No matter where they go, Ollie, they always get a reaction. It might be mostly negative, but...
And again, Owen Charles just trying to sneak in behind the referee.
Needs to keep his cool. And the referee not realizing... crowd trying to let him in on the secret, but Alexander Roth a little bit too concerned with the crowd, which should be focusing on Shogun Jay. A man who strikes that hard, you don't want to turn your back to him or not give him your full attention.
Oh my goodness.
Blow for blow being exchanged here.
I mean, Alexander Roth of the hit set just showing absolutely no respect to the referee, to the fans here at Cedars Upper School.
That's the hit set. They come in, they do the job, they smash whoever's in their way, they collect their paycheck and they go home.
But team's far side of the ring, Shogun Jay's managed to fight off Kieran Corrupt, but again, Owen Charles just letting his emotions get the better of him.
Knocked out on his feet is Shogun Jay.
Shogun Jay with a boot up in the last second.
He's got to watch out for Kieran Corrupt.
Oh my goodness.
Not a good landing there for Shogun.
And a running kick from Alexander Roth. 1, 2.
Shogun needs to get a tag in here.
You know what, Teach, for a moment there, I was forced to imagine what this tournament would be like without the Bromantics in it. And you know what, that was not a happy thought.
No, it's never a happy thought when you think about the Bromantics not being around. The less of Alexander Roth's trash talking, the better, I say. Elevated knee there.
Shogun Jay spinning out. Turning him inside out. Oh my goodness, what an insecurity kick.
No, I think Alexander Roth knows where he is. He's not on Ball Street anymore, my friend.
Oh my goodness.
He's just 2 feet away from his partner. He's got to try and get there.
Come on, Jay, you can do it.
Yeah, he's in.
Owen Charles is in.
And he's very, very angry. Oh.
But just a straight palm strike to the face.
Probably just disappeared the moment he got slapped like that.
Oh, nice back elbow for Owen Charles. Some forearms now coming in.
Getting some really quick strikes a la Shogun Jay here.
Oh, DDT!
Beautiful! Going for the pin here.
Just
still not enough yet. The question then becomes, what do the Bromantics have to do to take out the hit set?
It looks like Owen Charles is going for that BFF. The best freaking face buster.
And Kieran Carruth going for the kill switch. Oh no.
And Alexander Roth just fighting out. Oh, super kicks.
Wow.
Oh,
and they're returning fire.
Respond like for like. Oh!
Super King party.
Oh my goodness.
Every good party needs one.
4 corner super kicks. Teach, I don't know how much more of this I can take.
I can do this all evening, Ollie. It's incredible.
I'd like to try, but right now, if I'm exhausted, Teach, what must the guys in the ring be feeling right now?
I can't imagine how they must be feeling. Low on energy, they've been hit many times. And now they know there's an advantage. They're the fresher men at the moment. Oh, beautiful.
Uppercut City.
Giving it to there.
Flying knees. Oh, wait a second. The hits that are down on each corner. Hesitation drop kick from Shogun Jay.
Alexander Roth out.
The Bromantics are firing up right now, Teach.
Awesome. I love this. I love everything about this man.
It looks like the Bromantics are calling for the 3B.
And they hit this. They move on to the semi-finals.
This will be game over right now if they hit the 3B. Alexander Roth. Oh! Seeing that punch out of nowhere.
It's the veteran taking control. Going with the running forearm.
Drop toe hold into the knee. Right into the chest.
And Owen Charles getting in there.
Making the save at the last moment.
Going in for the last strike. Don't think he got all of it there, but thank God that Owen Charles is nearby to just jump in and save his partner, keeping them alive in this quarterfinal. Every man here is tired. They've been working a long time in the ring.
Oh, look at this. Both teams now going face to face. Toe to toe.
Who's got left? Who's got what left in the tank now? Who's got more to give? Who's got more to lose?
Just both teams just trading forearms right now.
And
just rapid fire from the hit set.
Getting the advantage here, taking more out of them.
Oh, look at that. Alexander Roth going up and over to the outside.
In this direction there. Isolating Kieran Carruth.
Oh!
Super kick.
Kick to the gut.
I think this is it.
Oh, they've got him up.
Oh!
Wow! What a vertical suplex! 1, 2.
Oh!
Alexander Roth making the save at the last moment. Oh my goodness!
You know, that was an absolutely gorgeous brainbuster there.
A last strike from Alexander Roth.
The longer this goes on, the harder it's going to be to mount a comeback. Right now, Alexander Roth just taking both of them on himself.
Wait a second! 3B! 3B out of nowhere!
They've got to capitalize on this!
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, they're going for another one.
Another 3B! Oh my goodness! 1, 2, 3! The Bromantics have done it!
The Bromantics move to the semi-finals!
Oh my goodness, Teach!
Absolutely stellar effort from our favourite bromance. Owen Charles and Shogun Jay overcoming an early offense from the hits. Wow! What a man! Awesome!
So it's 1 3B for Alexander Roth
and 1 3B for Kieran Carruth to send them on packing. Wow! Whoa!
Wait a second! Team man from behind!
We've seen this before. Here comes Palaminos. we will see these guys again.
Teach, what is going on?
Next month, Sacrifice Pro 4.
This is an absolute melee, Teach. Everybody,
we will see
the locker room is in the ring right now. This is absolute chaos.
War of the most beautiful kind.
Austin Malone's out there, looks like he's playing Peacekeeper for the first time ever. Wait a second though, Jacob is stuck in!
Jay Garner exacting his revenge! Making sure his revenge is well served!
Super kick from Payne!
Everything breaking down!
Absolutely bonkers!
1 month's time we will see the Golden Tag semi-finals and finals when these men go to war!
Teach, this is absolute mayhem!
This is Sacrifice Pro, Ollie!
Oh my goodness!
Wow!
Teach, this is absolute insanity right now! The entire locker room is brawling in the ring, brawling outside the ring! Oh my goodness!
Whoa! Mr. Bruce and Banksy!
Banksy is here!
What the hell? The hell do they want? They're not in this tournament, what the hell are they doing? They're just stalking!
Stalking around the ring!
What the hell are these two masters? We have no idea! No, we don't know who they are! It's understandably uncomfortable, these guys walking around.
Teach, they're coming our way, Teach. I don't like this one little bit.
No, they made me so uncomfortable,
I do not
man.
like this one little bit, Teach.
Staring us down right now. We're both close
wait
enough.
a second, we have a note.
The hell? I have no idea.
Teach, my heart is beating through my chest right now. We've just been handed a note. Wait a second, let me read this.
Now! Everybody stop! The next person that tries a kick or a fist will be suspended!
Teach, what the hell does that say?
Now separate now! Next month, it will be the semi-finals of the Golden Tag Team Tournament. 4 of you have got in here. Do not spoil it. Next month, here at Seniors Upper School, it will be Team Man against Payne and Twister. And the Bromantics versus Palaminos. I said separate! Stop now! Let's get in between these now!
Teach, this is just broken down beyond repair.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ollie. We'll get to what they just handed me in a moment. This is you heard it here. That's our next event. I'm sorry, guys. We just handed a note, and I'm going to read this out plain and clearly. It says, "We can hear you. Stop."
Everybody out now! Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to the introduction. We have set up now the semi-finals for next month. As Team Man take on Payne and Twister, and the Bromantics take on Los Palaminos. That same night will be the finals of the tournament.
I mean, I wish I could be excited, but we've been pulled into this, and
Teach,
I don't know.
I've been commentating for over 3 years on local wrestling, and not once have I ever feared for my own safety.